split finger slider numbers are off the chart, almost unhittable.
His splitter is said to be maybe the best on the planet. You talk to Yankee hitters, they thought that he's the real deal.
This guy's a competitor. It's hard to believe he's only 25 years old.
No question his ability to be successful at the Major League level.
And the Indians have hung more runs on Tanaka than any other team in baseball this year.
Yankees all-star pitcher Masahiro Tanaka, a partially torn elbow ligament.
That was a big story last summer. The big money guy, Masahiro Tanaka, the banged up elbow. He's working his way back. Let's head down to St. Petersburg, Florida. Yankees train in Tampa. And joining us right now, Yankees beat writer from MLB.com, Bryan Hoch, joins us. What is the latest here with Masahiro Tanaka? We heard that he threw for a little over a half hour yesterday. How did he look?
It looked pretty good from what you can tell, seeing a guy throwing off flat ground and long tossing in the outfield. I think the real test will be tomorrow when Tanaka gets on the mound, and then you can start to evaluate, is he throwing at full velocity? Does he wince when he snaps off pitches? You know, that's the first step. I think the Yankees are going to be looking at it all spring long, though. Every game they're going to be watching kind of closely and holding their breath a little bit to see. But they're encouraged. I think cautiously optimistic is the word right now. They're encouraged that he went home to Japan healthy. He went through a normal offseason, and pitching coach Larry Rothschild said that he should not have any restrictions. He should be able to have the same spring training he did last year. So, you know, the Yankees keep their fingers crossed and just hope that he can get through a full schedule.
We heard it last year. I forget exactly what month or what part of the season it was, but that maybe there were some rumblings around the Yankees that they would try a six-man rotation in 2015. Are they still thinking that that might be a possibility?
It's something they're kicking around, and especially because you have so many unknowns with Sabathia and with Tanaka, and Michael Pineda only pitched really a half season last year. So if you look at their April and May schedule, there's a stretch where they're going to play 30 games in 31 days, and that's going to be killer, especially if you think about a guy like Sabathia and Tanaka that you're going to ease off maybe a little bit in spring training. Certainly with Sabathia you will. So if they can work in a sixth guy like an Adam Warren or an Esmil Rogers or a Chase Whitley, that might be advantageous rather than you know, going full bore with all these guys into May and June.
You're looking at the first and second half splits. The rotation, at least, was a little bit about a half run better in the second half, so that was good news. Other news coming out of Yankees camp, it was Alex Rodriguez, the handwritten apology that came out yesterday, apologizing to the fans and basically everybody. How did the Yankees take that?
I think they would have preferred that he had done something in person. You know, I learned that A-Rod has great penmanship, so that was good to know. I think they would like him to address this because their main concern was they did not want it to be a distraction when the team gets to spring training. And now with him putting the statement out, he's controlling the message that way. But when he shows up here with the rest of the position players, one way or another, there's going to be a crowd around Alex's locker. And, you know, I think it will be a distraction, at least for a day or two. It's a story that, you know, how much more is there to say? He's served his time. He is, in the eyes of Major League Baseball, he is in good graces right now. He served the longest suspension of any player for a drug infraction. But, you know, now he's back, and as the Yankees said, it's back to getting to playing baseball on the field. So, really, I think that he covered all the bases he needed to in that letter, and now I think it's time to see what does he actually have left.
As he tries to move forward, we do the same. Yankees bullpen has been a strength the last number of seasons. How do they plan on perhaps using something of a secret weapon in Jacob Lindgren?
Yeah, he's a guy you talk to Yankee people in this organization, and they are very excited about. There was even some talk about calling him up in September of last year. It didn't happen, but you know, this is a guy who was at Mississippi State. He was closing last year, and he could have conceivably gone all the way to the big leagues. So, you know, low to mid-90s fastball, wipeout slider, kind of, you know, not that he physically reminds you of, but that's what Jabba Chamberlain was when Jabba came up and was awesome at the end of '07 and nearly unhittable. So he's just going to turn 22 next month. Lindgren, he's a guy that they have high hopes on. He's on the fast track, and he'll be in camp this spring. So even if he doesn't break the rotation or the bullpen out of camp, he's going to have a pretty good shot to be on that short list to come up later in the year.
Impressive numbers. Any truth to the rumor you're going to tell some ghost stories right now? What's the deal with the lighting? Put some lights on, for goodness sakes. We'll get on the horn with the folks at Tropicana Field. My goodness.
I
Bryan
appreciate
Hoch.
that. I might have to use my iPhone to find my way out of here. I think it's got a flashlight app, so
Awesome.
I should be good.
Awesome. Bryan Hoch, thanks so much. We'll talk to you again soon.